All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Business Showcase series. Today we're on vibrant Danforth Avenue, just east of Pape in East York, and I'm here with Peter Jaukovic, the owner of the Danforth Karate Academy.
Yes.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Peter.
Nice to meet you too.
Tell me, how long have you been in the neighborhood? How long has DKA been around? And what do you like about this one?
Well, we've been here since 1991, and we've been in this location itself for 7 years. We choose this neighborhood because, well, I mean, everyone's going to say this about whatever neighborhood they're in, but this is like a melting pot of the city, right? I mean, you have all walks of life here. You have people from Europe, Asia, Canadians. It's a real good mix.
Yeah, African,
Asian. And I mean, just driving down the street, you can see the different flavors and tastes that you can see on the Danforth. So
absolutely.
It's always good to try and go someplace where you can affect a lot of people and help a lot of people.
So tell me, okay, we're in what do you call this space?
This would be the dojo.
The dojo. We're in the dojo.
Which translates loosely to hall of training.
So we're in the dojo. Tell me, you were describing a little bit earlier the flooring, and what's the benefit of what you have here?
Well, traditionally we would be on like a bamboo floor, but a lot of people, as we age, we develop joint and muscle aches and pains. So if you think about when you're in like a martial arts class, there's stances, there's kicks, there's punches and stuff like that, and there's a lot of impact on the foot going onto the ground. And that can cause residual pain going into the joints, right? So we have a special rubberized floor, so that way when you're training, the impact is a lot less on the joints. It's a little bit better training environment for people with aches and pains and stuff like that. It's also good for self-defense because it's a little less impact than a hardwood surface.
Gotcha. Okay. So the students that come in, I mean, you're obviously thinking about them, protecting them, so that they're not getting injured while they're here.
Right.
And okay.
Well, for us, it's very much that we put our clients before everything else. Because I mean, you join here, you're not just a number. You're part of the community. You're part of the family. Mm-hmm. It's always been since the inception of the school that we always put the client, the art first, and then the business comes second. And that might sound strange to a lot of business people because at the end of the day, yes, this is a business that has to make money to be able to survive and continue. But I mean, without the people in it, there is no business.
Of course. And the service that you're providing it has to be, centered around the client. Otherwise, the business won't really flourish. Right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, you brought up business. What has been your major challenge as a business over the last year and a half, 2 years that we've been in this, this COVID kind of environment?
Well, our biggest challenge, from one extreme to the other, I mean, there's the financial aspect of it, trying to stay afloat, pay the rent. While other schools are continuing to take full payments, we stopped. Because, I mean, you can't pay for something you're not getting. And, I mean, it's not fair to ask people to pay for that. While other places were taking full money, and on top of that, they were charging money for Zoom lessons. So it's like...
Yeah, I got a clip of, self-control, integrity, courtesy, indomitable. Like, those are the, I guess, the pillars of the art.
Yeah.
Right?
There are more that are missing, but unfortunately, over the COVID, they've fallen down and broken out and had a chance to replace them. But I mean, those are some of the core values. Yeah.
The core values, yeah, absolutely. And tell me, what is the student creed that you guys have?
Well, our student creed is pretty much 3 phrases. And it's just to remind the kids that, that they always want to do good, be good, and strive for more. It's like, I intend to develop myself in a positive manner. So, you go through kids, well, how can you develop yourself in a positive manner? It's like, well, come to karate. It's like, well, no, how about listening to mom and dad, brushing your teeth, doing your chores? So, we talk about stuff like that. A lot of people, they think karate is just about kicking and punching, but no, there's a lot more behind the scenes that we teach, like the respect and that sort of stuff, and the values in the student creed. The second one talks a lot about self-discipline. Then our third one is about, never being mean to other people, and then treating people the way you want to be treated. Because I mean, at the base of, if you look up the word respect, at the most basic, treating people the way you want to be treated. And a lot of people believe, oh no, respect should be earned, not given. But I mean, can't operate like that. If I meet you, I shake your hand, say, pleasure to meet you, I'm treating you with respect. A lot of people don't get that concept for some strange reason, but, you know.
Well, the world has become a very interesting place, and I think, you know, giving people an opportunity to say, hey, look, maybe you've forgotten some of these things, because it happens, right? You learn them when you're a kid. Your parents typically teach you good values, and then you go off on your own way, and sometimes you lose those core values.
For sure.
So maybe reminding them, hey, look, we've got a space here for you where you can, number one, learn how to, you know, defend for yourself, because you never know what could happen, right? Number two, come back in and remind yourself of all these values, all these things that you might have forgotten.
Exactly.
So you're bringing people in, and you might be transforming them, both from a physical perspective and an emotional, mental perspective.
Spirit as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. And I think, you know, I think it's something that is definitely worth doing. So how does it work? Do you have weekly classes, daily classes? You know, do people sign up on a subscription on a monthly basis, or like how
well, we start off by offering them a free lesson, so they can come in and they can try one of our various beginners classes. And then, you know, if they like it, then we sign them up on a 3-month contract to start. Okay. So that way they get the opportunity to make sure this is something they really want to be involved in and something that, you know, really fits into their lifestyle. And then after that, it's like a gym membership. So you put a certain amount of money down, and then it's X dollars a month, monthly. And there's various different ways you can pay your membership.
Okay.
But we offer for beginners minimum of twice a week. That's what we usually recommend that they come.
Okay.
People usually try to come more, but the issue of coming more is people tend to get frustrated because they don't realize at the beginning how the hand-eye coordination, and sometimes it's really hard to get down the movements and the patterns and stuff like that, so they get very frustrated and upset with themselves. So we try and recommend people come minimum twice and try and keep it consistently 2 times a week.
Got it. I mean, that's the key. That's the key with anything, is consistency, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good that you give that initial trial, because some people might say, look, this is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and I'm not willing to go there just yet.
Yep.
But it plants a seed, and then, you know, maybe down the road they come back. Yeah. So how long have you been, in karate? Like, what's your background?
I've been training since I was 6,
okay,
and I'm now 40, so
okay,
a long time.
Yeah,
But
a little while.
I was pretty much put into karate because when I was a kid, I was the most clumsiest, accident-prone kid you'd ever meet. I got hit by parked cars.
Oh.
I tripped over cracks in the sidewalk, so, you know, I probably have my own filing room at Sick Kids for all the injuries I have. But I mean, karate's changed my life.
Okay.
It's made me who I am today.
Yeah, I mean, and you have tons of experience, obviously, to be able to pass it down to the next generation.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I mean, that's all really, really very interesting, and I think, and I'm glad that we're able to create a channel for you to express yourself and showcase the business. I think we can bring a lot of value to people's lives if they come and join. And what's the address again?
We're 1096 Danforth.
Okay.
It's also, you can reach us at www.danforthkarate.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well.
Yep.
You can email us at dka@rogers.com.
Okay.
One thing that I would say is that if you're considering enrolling yourself or your child in a martial arts program, is shop around. Don't just, call the local dojo or the local martial arts school and then you say, okay, we're going there. Be like, you're buying a new car. Go to at least 3. If they don't offer a free introductory program, chances are you shouldn't sign up there to begin with, because you want to be able to go and get a feel for the atmosphere, the people at the or the school, I should say, because they're not all dojos. Some are called dojangs if you go to Korean school. Okay. So if you go to a martial arts school, you need to be able to feel welcome. It should be inviting. The atmosphere and the people should agree with you. So do your homework, shop around.
And you have to feel comfortable with the sensei.
Yes, it's very important to have a good rapport with the instructor.
Yeah.
Especially if your child too, because I mean, if a lot of people are, we live down the street from XYZ Karate, so that's where you're going to go because it's convenient. But I mean, for every 10 martial arts schools, you're going to find 8 that are not real karate schools. They're just marketing places that are just in it for the money, and then you'll find 2 that are real karate schools. And I mean, it's horrible to say that, but that's just the day and age we live in. Because I mean, there are marketing programs where you can become a black belt overnight, and they teach you online how to be a martial artist, how to teach people, and this is the marketing plan, and this is how you're going to approach people. And at the end of it, what do you get out of it? A worthless piece of paper and a belt that means nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need any of that. It's what you have up here that matters. Peter, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I would like to come in and try one of these classes for sure.
Awesome.
I used to do Taekwondo. I mentioned that earlier.
Right.
And, if you're not disciplined to stick with it, because it gets hard at one point. At one point, you're like, I don't want this anymore. I want to quit. And if you can get past that barrier, then I think, it's you flourish as an individual.
Yeah, for sure. There's always going to be those little hiccups. Like I was saying at the beginning, we have that speed bump where people are trying to come in and learn all the techniques, get the hand-eye coordination, the muscle memory, and that's very frustrating. Once you get past that point, things start to level out a little bit. Yeah. You start to enjoy the training a little more. Yeah. It's a lot more fun. So there's definitely some hurdles that you'll come across when it's a little bit tougher, but that's where perseverance comes in.
Perseverance, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it makes you a stronger person. So get your kids in karate as soon as you can get them in, because then they'll listen to you more. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better grades.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. All right, my friend. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for coming and thank you for choosing us.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys, know how to reach Peter. We look forward to seeing you and hearing from you. All right? See you later.
Take care.